Welcome back to Titter. On today's episode, we will be reading from the subreddit called Tales from Retail. The first story today is from Rebel Lucy, titled Her Mother Forgot Her. Some of you probably know what a home shop or a pickup line is, and if you don't, it's the lane where customers who have ordered their groceries online stop so we can bring them out and load them. Our store, unfortunately, has a single space home shop line, so we only service one car at a time despite being a busy store. Well, someone parked their car in the one spot we had and ran inside. She had a buggy with her and was shopping normally. She was going to use the one space we had that was clearly marked store pickup, no parking at any time, because it was drizzling outside and she didn't want to get wet. We had both managers on duty working near the front window. They saw this and immediately confronted her. She got really uppity with the managers and said that her mother was in the car, and if it was really that big of a deal to go and tell her mother to do it. I guess this is the point where I clarified this woman had to be in her 40s-ish, and her mother was likely in her 70s to 80s. Well, the manager, being the saint of a man that he is, goes outside to ask the mother to move. At this point, I'm watching through the front window because I'm pretty bored and it's been a slow stalking day for me. The old lady seems nice from what I could see. She was smiling and then she just gets into the other side, waving to the manager as she drives off. I keep watching her car, kinda absent-minded, and see her pull up to the edge of the parking lot over to the road and she just drives off the lot. As soon as the manager comes back in, I ask him if she's just going home to grab something. He said no, that she said she was just going to go park, so I point out that she just drove off the parking lot and left. He kinda shrugs at me and says it's none of our business. Well, it became our business half an hour later when her daughter's screaming at the front desk saying her mother left her. Turns out her mother had dementia and it's kinda bad, so as soon as she pulled away from the parking lot, she completely forgot why she was at the store and just went home. The daughter couldn't get her mother to answer the phone, and she was trying to blame us for her mother leaving her at the store. I don't know how they handled this, but I couldn't help but laugh to myself. This woman was so rude to us when she walked in and ignored all of our clearly posted signs. Her inconsiderate behavior got her ditched at our store, and on some weird level, I find that quite beautiful. The second story today is from Katie Cat, titled It's 5 cents... I'm a cashier at a grocery store, and our policy is to give 5 cents of credit for every reusable bag a customer brings in and uses for their groceries. For instance, if they use 2 bags, they get 10 cents off their purchase. It was a super busy day and I had a bagger helping me out, when this woman comes through my line and hands me her 2 bags. I ring up her groceries and give her 2 bag credits. As her card is processing, she asks me if I got her bag credits in. I say yes, I did it at the very beginning. While I'm handing her the receipt, I notice her pull out another bag from her purse and quickly bag an item and put it in her cart. I continue to help the next customer and the woman stops and turns to my bagger and goes, "She didn't give me my bag credits!" Me, "Actually, I put them right at the beginning. It is at the top of your receipt." Woman, "You gave me 2 credits. I used 3 bags." Me, "I apologize, I didn't see the 3rd bag. You only handed us 2. If you go up to customer service, they can give you that extra 5 cents. You have yourself a nice day." I guess she went up to customer service and she rambled/yelled so much that my manager had no clue what she was talking about, but eventually he figured it out. He grabbed a nickel and told her to have a nice day. I just... over a nickel? Next story we have today is from Sushi and Frijoles, titled Group of Teenage Girls Stole a Bunch of Xboxes. About 6 years ago, I started working at an electronics store over the holidays. I was a freshman in college and really needed the job to help pay for groceries and whatnot, so I was constantly picking up hours from my coworkers to try to make some money. I ended up taking a closing shift on a Thursday, so it was pretty slow. Usually on these nights, the people that came in after 8 were there to buy something, and it was unusual if someone was there just to look around. It was also around the same time the Xbox One came out, and we set up a display of them right in front of the entrance, so it was the first thing customers saw coming in. I was door greeting because my area was pretty dead and the security guy for the night was a new guy we hired for seasonal. Around 30 minutes before we closed, a group of about 6 girls walked in, one holding a toddler. I greet them and ask if they need any help, and they let me know that they're just here to look. The group of girls go to the mobile center of our store and hang out behind a wall of phone cases, talking amongst themselves and ducking out from behind the wall every couple of minutes to look at the entrance. I noticed what they're doing, but I figured that there was no way they'd do anything shady considering they have a child with them. Well, I was wrong. About 5 or so minutes of being in the store, they sprint towards the display case of Xboxes. Each girl grabs 2 Xboxes while the girl with the toddler grabs 1 Xbox. They take off, they jump into an SUV and drive off. Security guy is stunned because it all happened so quickly and all we could do was yell at them to stop since we couldn't chase them out. My manager calls the cops and is pissed because it was like thousands of dollars of products stolen in less than 10 minutes and nobody bothered to watch them or even follow up on helping them. Well, right before we locked up, a cop pulls up to let us know that they're on their way to our store. A retail store in the same shopping center as us called in a theft, and when the cops were driving in, another retail store was hit, and just as the cop passed that last retail store, the group of girls jumped into the SUV right in front of the cops. These 16 and 17-year-old girls were going on a shoplifting spree in this small town shopping center and didn't think they would get caught if they went to a store that was only a parking lot away from us. Moral of the story? Don't steal, stay in school, and don't take toddlers with you on a shoplifting spree. Thank you for watching episode 1 of Tales from Retail. If you enjoyed the content, be sure to leave a comment down below and subscribe.